Hey everybody, and welcome back. My name is Chad, and I'm going to be telling you a little bit about the upcoming live Facebook sale that will be here on the CollectCo page on Facebook. Probably just streaming to Facebook again, but if we happen to end up on YouTube, we will definitely let you know. But I've got two crates here of some records I have ultrasonically cleaned, some top tier stuff, and I want to kind of go through them with you one at a time. You know, this collection is really incredible. The more I'm still peeling back the layers and really looking at these records, it's really unbelievable the condition of some of these albums. So first I want to say, if you're watching this for the first time or finding us for the first time, we do live Facebook sales. That's where we sell our records. We have a storefront here in Lebanon, Tennessee, just east of Nashville, but we really don't do a website. We have one. We have an eBay and a Discogs, but really we sell records here on Facebook. That's where our business is. So let me go through these. If you're unfamiliar with how our sales work, tune in Saturday night. I'm going to post this in the ad I'm running, so hopefully a lot of new customers are seeing this. And if you've been with us for the last 4 years, thank you. I can't be thankful enough. So we've been selling online on Facebook for 4 years now. So if you're finding us, I can trust you. We're very reputable sellers. I'm a record collector and a record dealer. So let's go through some of these. This is pretty amazing. This is the Animals self-titled. It's an OG mono pressing in shrink wrap with the original inner sleeve. And it is remarkable. This guy was an upgrader, is what I call it. There's one other copy of this that I have found so far, and it's nothing like this. So it's probably where he owned a copy and then he would buy a better copy. And I do that myself. I mean, the albums I really like, I've got multiple copies of, because I find a nice one and I'm like, is this one better than the other one I have? And you really don't know. When your collection gets into the thousands, like this guy's, you really don't know. So you go ahead and buy it anyway, and then you resell the other, or you just keep it. So yeah, and a lot of these I'm showing here, we're going to be auctioning. A lot of these is exceptionally conditioned records. We're probably going to be auctioning them. And if you watch Thursday night's sale, where we've already sold a piece of this collection, and don't think Saturday night, because it's part 2, is any less. I think these records are better than we sold Thursday, and that's saying a lot. Maybe equal at best, but we have a OG press, mono, rubber sole, original capital inner sleeve. It's in shrink wrap. I've test played this one. Of course, if I get a clean copy of rubber sole, I'm going to put it on. It's super nice. That will probably be, most of these will be put up for auction. What I was saying though is, if we run out of time, we straight sell them. So don't think that everything you're seeing here is the only records we're going to be selling Saturday night. John, our primary record pricer and grader, he's already got 5 crates here behind me of, you know, great titles. I've seen stuff in there we don't usually get, like Modern English and some Steve Earle albums and more Jeff Healey. Just, you know, really good titles. While we're auctioning these, we'll be straight selling the other records. Sgt. Pepper's mono. Sgt. Pepper's in mono. This one is probably the second lowest grade record of the bunch, and it's still EX, just sleeve scuffs. I listened to this. I listened to side 1, and it was really quiet when I dropped the needle on it. Has that original colored inner sleeve, and it has the Sgt. Pepper's insert with it as well. Yeah, it's a mono press, OG. Here's something I'm not as familiar with. It's a garage psych record. I'd say more so garage, the blue things. It was in with this collector's premium stuff. It's about a VG. This is probably the lowest grade record in this batch I'm going to be showing you. But yeah, they're not cheap on Discogs. So I'm going to have to find the right person to want that. But It will be for sale Saturday. I was so impressed with this album when I put it on. A lot of these I'm showing here first I've test played because I had them over by my turntable and I grabbed them. They were the first to come off the ultrasonic tonight. Big Brother and the Holding Company, Cheap Thrills. This is a immaculate pressing. When I open the gatefold, you're going to be hearing me say this a lot about gatefolds, but you know how it makes that cracking sound, just fresh. 360 stereo sound label. It's beautiful. And side one just rocks, you know, has Piece of My Heart on it. Check out this Boston. It's an OG press, you know, orange Epic label. What I call the double hype sticker. I've had these before. I actually was trying to buy one of these for a friend of mine's Christmas gift. I was going to do a thing for Seth. And I bought one of these on eBay. And I paid $55 for mine. I was going to have it framed. And I had this original Boston flyer where they played a show in Nashville. But the record, when I got it in, the shrink wrap wasn't too clean. And I ended up not doing that. So, sorry, Seth. But this is awesome. It's got this hype sticker on it talking about Boston. Boston is a 5-man band. You know, it's kind of like a biography with hype sticker. It's got these little specks on it. I hadn't tried to, this is going to sound horrible, scratch them off. But they're these little orange dots, almost the same color as the label. I don't know if they were fragments of the label they got embedded in the vinyl. It looks like they can come off. Of course, I've ultrasonically cleaned it and they didn't come off. But I played it, and when it hits those specks, it just makes it doesn't even really pop, but it does make a noise, unfortunately. But it's about the cleanest copy of Boston I've ever seen. We're getting into some stuff here that's just unbelievable as far as grade. This is a perfect copy of T-Rex Electric Warrior. It's in shrink wrap with the original reprise or reprise inner sleeve. I say reprise. The disc is like new. It's in shrink wrap, which this black cover, you would want one that's either been kept in a sleeve its whole life or in shrink wrap. Man. Oh man, do I want to keep some of these. But as a record dealer, I can't keep everything. If like normally we would buy a collection and there was this record in there, I would keep it. But when we buy 5,000 LPs and 3,000 are mint OG copies in shrink wrap, I mean, I can't, you know, it's just unbelievable. I got to let them go. This is Something Else, the Kinks, in shrink wrap, tricolor reprise label with Steamboat, original inner sleeve in shrink wrap. You're going to be hearing me say in shrink wrap a lot. These Animal albums are unbelievable. So I showed you Animal self-titled. This is Animalism in shrink wrap. It's just it's got an MGM inner sleeve with it. So this is how I store my records. Just a quick tangent. I've ultrasonically cleaned all these. We have an iSonic. I'm not for sure the exact model. If you're curious, ask in the comments and I'll share that information. I've ran these through an ultrasonic cleaner, 15-minute bath, hand dried them. I've put them in a anti-static rice paper sleeve, and then I've put it in our best sleeves we have. So if you buy these, you're going to get them in our best sleeves. They're 4 mil bags. And behind the jacket, I've put the inner sleeve or any inserts and then the record. Some of these that's in shrink wrap like this. This is it's not loose, but it's very fragile shrink wrap. There's one I'll show you that's almost off. But the way I would store this record, if I had bought this, I would never touch the cover again. I mean, there's no need to. You could pull out the record and the company inner sleeve out of the back, and you can read and hold everything you want. It hurts if it's a gatefold, but I haven't seen many gatefolds in shrink wrap, at least in this batch. But you know, of course, you're never going to take the shrink wrap off. But this way, you're not handling it, and it doesn't ding to cover any more than it already is, and it's perfect forever. They're archived. I call it archival. Okay, a couple more Animals albums. We have Animal Tracks in shrink wrap, pristine copy. I know y'all aren't going to be able to see the disc. But these are absolutely pristine. Absolutely pristine. First track on this one is We Gotta Get Out of This Place. Classic. Animalization. Yeah, we've had animalism. This is animalization. In shrink wrap. Don't Bring Me Down, first track. I love the animals. These are going to be tough for me to send off, but I still haven't kept a copy of this for my collection. This is the second one we've had this year, maybe the third. This thing cleaned up pretty good. I'm going to have to grade it though, a VG. I may test play it tonight and upgrade it to a VG Plus. But, you know, that highly desirable cover. The label, somebody's put some stickers on it, suggested cuts. I don't think it was at a radio station, but it has markings and like stars next to songs like it would have been. But Zombies, Odyssey and Oracle. Here's another one. Is this one in shrink? No. But She's Not There. Tell Her No. This is another classic Zombies album. I believe that's a first press in mono. Unbelievable. Now this one I filmed a video of last night because it's remarkable. This album looks like it was just opened. The back of the cover is white. I mean, it's in shrink wrap. The disc, though, 360 sound, Columbia 2i. Just, there's not a mark on it. I almost hated to, I'm pretty sure when I put it through my spindle, it was the second time it had been put on a turntable. I don't know if the original owner of this played it or if this original, where the collector I bought these from, played it. Turn, 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 the Birds. I listened to this last night. OG Decca. Who's Next? In shrink wrap. It was blasting last night. Sounds amazing. OG first press of Cosmos Factory, CCR. Blue Fantasy label. Has the CCR inner sleeve. It's in shrink wrap. It's absolutely pristine. This is an OG stereo press of Rubber Soul, also in shrink wrap, and I listened to this. Last night I spun this, so I've had back-to-back doses of Rubber Soul, but can't go wrong there. Original Capitol inner sleeve. That one's pristine. Two Psychedelic Furs albums here, which we usually put these up for auction. They're so high in demand, we hardly ever get them. These are near mint all the way around. It's crazy how these 70s or 80s records aren't in shrink wrap and some of these 60s are. Whereas this 1980 and 1984, yeah, their debut and Mirror Moves. Here's a couple, 3 more 60s gems. Magic Bus. This one has a little bit of chipping on it. I wish this was a perfect cover, being that it's such a cool cover. But oh yeah, this was unbelievable top quality. Original Decca inner sleeve. Hadn't played that one yet. I need to. Mr. Tambourine Man, another pristine Birds albums. I hadn't been giving this one enough credit. It's pretty similar to the last one. I mean, just perfect white cover. In shrink wrap, 360 Columbia. And this one is remarkable. Another record from 67 or 68 that just looks absolutely untouched. It's remarkable. Canned Heat, self-titled. And I believe this had a censored cover. This right here, it's some kind of, I forgot the story, but it's what they called Canned Heat, and I think there's a version where that is blocked out or censored. Don't hold me to that. Somebody let me know in the comments. Well, there's a couple here that's not for sale, but I wanted to show them to you. Well, or one that's new. First of all, this is new. Before I get sidetracked, this is another canned heat, Boogie with canned heat. This one's in shrink wrap, original Sears price tag, original inner sleeve, flawless cover. Man. Okay, yeah, this, y'all may have seen me post this. So far, this is the only thing from the collection I'm keeping. Everything's Archie. It's just, I listen to it. It's just so nostalgic. It's a perfect copy. It's in shrink wrap. That's going home with me. I actually need to leave it out before I accidentally sell it tomorrow night. And then we showed this on Thursday night, and it didn't sell. And I went ahead and ran it through the ultrasonic cleaner. And it's a pristine copy on track. OG first press of The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. Fire. Has the Woolworths price tag, original inner sleeve. Really surprised no one got that. I don't know if everybody knows about Arthur Brown, but you should. You know, the Bird's greatest hits, and it's not a reissue. 9 times out of 10, when I pull this disc out, it's on that reissue label. It's on the Columbia, and it's in shrink wrap, and it looks just like all the other Birds albums we're going to be showcasing Saturday night. They're absolutely perfect. The Bird's greatest hits. Beautiful cover on that one, too. Let's see, next 3. I'm grabbing 3 at a time here. Green Tambourine, the Lemon Poppers, Buddha Records in shrink wrap, original 59-cent price tag. It's a pristine copy. It's super, super nice. Now onto the Zeppelins. So most of his Zeppelins aren't OG. Led Zeppelin 1 here is a 5-digit 77 reissue. It's perfect though. If you want to pick up some nice vintage Led Zeppelin albums, these will be up at auction Saturday night. They're not 180 gram, but you know, they're still analog, not anything digital. And this is, unfortunately, I was hoping when I found the Zeppelin albums, I was like, please have a pristine Robert Lugwood RL SS in shrink wrap, but it's a 77 reissue, 5-digit. It's perfect though. Now this is an OG. This is really, really nice too. This is the one when the dead wax, it says so mote it be, or so mote be it. Yeah, this one is unbelievably nice. Led Zeppelin 3. That's that should fetch a fair penny. Last 3 in this crate. House of the Holy. This is a OG. This is a RL cut. Of course, don't think the RL cut is like a hot mix on this like it is Led Zeppelin 2, but still, this is the one everyone prefers. You know, it's 4-digit 7255 catalog number, and it's really, really nice. House of the Holy. A super clean copy of Physical Graffiti, which is always in demand. US Press, really nice cover too. Has both of the inserts, you know, for the windows. And for the Kiss fans, we sold a lot of the Kiss stuff off on Thursday. I've managed to keep a few aside, including this. It is a sealed copy of Peter Criss's solo album, and it is sealed OG. You know, if you were to open this, it has the poster, and of course, you know, it's a cutout. 3 for $1. Amazing. So yeah, that'll be up for auction. Let's see here. Saturday night, that's 7 o'clock Central Time. Now this was the most recent batch I pulled off the ultrasonic cleaner. Got live if you want it. This is a red, this is a red label mono OG in shrink wrap with hype sticker, recorded live in concert at Royal Albert Hall, London. Oh man, this is just... it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Green River, CCR, first press, OG press, Blue Fantasy label. They're all ultrasonically clean for you. And while we're auctioning these, you should see what's behind me here that we're going to be straight selling. You know, Cars albums. You know, this collection had so many copies of Candy-O and Self-Titled and, you know, Heartbeat City. We've got stuff in that realm. I see Yes. What's here behind me? Who, other Who albums, like some of their other stuff, like Who Are You? Those are all going to be just buy it nows, and those are all, a lot of those are in shrink wrap with hype stickers. Y'all seen some of that Thursday night. Some of the stuff in the buy it now bins was just as good as the stuff we were auctioning, but you know, these are, you know, a little bit higher in value, price point, and plus just more rare. And don't get me wrong, this isn't a rare album like I've said, but how many times do you see a pristine copy in shrink wrap with, you know, first press? $12 by $5 in shrink wrap. It's stereo, blue stereo. $12 by $5, the Stones. In shrink wrap. Between the Buttons, in shrink wrap, and this one, I guess it's a hype sticker, but you know, they didn't put anything to let you know it was the Stones, so they put it up here. That's a stereo press. In shrink wrap. Tommy James, Hanky Panky, in shrink wrap with hype sticker. Beautiful copy. I remember pulling this off the ultrasonic after I was drawing it. Wow, it's just looks like it hadn't been played. Bus Stop, the Hollies, OG Press, Imperial, in shrink wrap. Absolutely stunning. Now this one, I have to do a little bit more investigation, but I'm almost positive this is a sealed OG. You know, anytime I see a record like this sealed, I'm like, it's a reissue. But the more I hold it, and I've got to, you know, unfortunately you can't see the label. You know, it's a gatefold. The spine reads LSP 4238, which is RCA's coding for stereo. This up here, this may be a clue. But other than that, it looks like that's a legit 69 stereo press, which that would be something special. Here's one I've never seen in shrink wrap. The Book of Taliesin, Deep Purple. Hype sticker, contains the hit single Kentucky Woman. It's super clean. I mean, most of these records I'm showing you, I hate to grade something near mint. You hear me say it all the time. I usually don't if I'm selling something on Discogs, but y'all know, people that's been shopping with us for a while, y'all know if I'm going to say something's pristine or near mint, the disc isn't going to have any marks on it. It's going to be flawless. Check this out. CCR's debut, self-titled, in shrink wrap, OG Press, blue fantasy label, Sears price tag. Wow. So I think we've had the entire CCR discography. I haven't seen a copy of Pendulum, but the classic albums, you know, Pendulum, but you know, Green River, Bayou Country, self-titled, Willie and the Poor Boys, Green River, if I hadn't already said, all those have been first presses, confirmed Discogs matrix numbers, in shrink wrap with inner sleeves, pristine. This guy had ultimate copies of CCR. Another Janis Joplin, Big Brother and the Holding Company. This is in shrink wrap. This is amazing. It's beautiful. When I seen this label, I was like, I got excited, and then I noticed it was like lime green. Of course, the OG of this is like a dark green. RCA Music Service Edition. RCA Music Service Edition. I hadn't really got to check that yet, but I can tell you this. It is a super clean copy of 4. It is a super clean copy of Black Sabbath Volume 4. My favorite Sabbath album. The cover, a little weak, you know. It's got some wear on it, but I got to figure out exactly what kind of pressing we have there. The Buckinghams, kind of a drag on USA Records. On USA Records, kind of a drag. This one's about a VG Plus or better. It's probably better than that, but just to be on the safe side. We don't get that too often. American Woman. I've never seen one. Contains the hit single No Time. Of course, American Woman's on here, No Time, No Sugar Tonight. OG, orange label. Man, it's nice. Original sleeve. Now, I think this album originally came with a poster. I've got to verify that, but if it did, there's no poster with it. Here's something we don't get very often. Kind of a oddball with all the other music. This stands out, and so does the Psychedelic Furs. The rest of it's 60s and 70s rock, but The Last Poets, OG, on Douglas Records, has the hype sticker, recommended for mature audiences only. It's a strong gatefold, and there's another Last Poets in this collection too. Traffic. Now, I had somebody request this album the other night, and I didn't have it ready. We got 2 copies. I went ahead and ultrasonically cleaned this one. I hadn't done the other one yet. The other one's an OG press, but it's about a VG Plus. This is the reissue label, United Artists, but it's near mint. Mr. Fantasy, Traffic, Steve Winwood. It's a reissue label, but it's near mint. I just found this in the last bunch I was picking out to ultrasonically clean. John Lennon's Imagined, and it's beautiful. This cover was laminated, and sometimes it starts peeling and chipping. This one's very well preserved. This is one, if you buy this from me, you don't want to pull it in and out of the sleeve. Just leave it in here. It's got the poster and the postcard with it. It's got the poster and the postcard, so that one's complete with all the inserts. Let's see. Let's see if y'all recognize this guy right here. I hope that's in frame. I can't see what I'm filming right now, except that I know I've lined up my shot, but that's Chevy Chase. That's Chevy Chase. And this was a band he was in, Chameleon Church. And I think he was the drummer. But really interesting record. It's considered a garage psych record. And they don't come up for sale too often. I don't think there was any on Discogs in the US, and none active on eBay. But that's a really cool record. I mean, the music on it's probably pretty good. Garage, if you're into that garage psych. But not only that, it's Chevy Chase. Really cool record. Just a few more. If you've stuck with me this long, thank you. If you like hearing somebody talk about records, you found the right video. Happy Jack, The Who. One we don't get in very often. This is a OG press on Decca inner sleeve. I think this one was clean too. The cover is a little chipped, kind of like Magic Bus. Oh yeah, this was nice too. So, but yeah, a little spine chipping on this one. Unfortunately, not in shrink wrap. The Trogs, Wild Thing, in shrink wrap. Two-tone Atco label. This should be a first press. I'll verify that. The Trogs, Wild Thing. Now these records are going to spoil you. These are going to spoil you. They're so nice. Check out this record. This is sealed. Elephant Candy, The Fun and Games, very psychedelic. All the ones I've looked up, I could not find one with this hype sticker, including the grooviest girl in the world. Must have been one of their hits. Yeah, track 2. That's on Uni label, and it's sealed. It's never been opened, with that really cool hype sticker on it. So far, the only Black Sabbath record in this collection that was not an OG. This is a repress or second press. It's so nice though. It is so nice. If you're looking for a nice vintage copy of Black Sabbath's debut, one that probably won't break the bank. These are getting pricey too. The green labels are so expensive now. Nice copies. This I should be keeping. This is Buffalo Springfield again, and it's like new. This is kind of like those Birds albums. I don't think they were played. maybe once. It's in shrink wrap. So nice. Not a first press, but still a vintage copy. I'm not for sure the exact year of that one. I'll confirm that. But a really, once again, if you're looking for a nice vintage copy of Are You Experienced, inner sleeve, it's in shrink wrap. I listened to that. Listen, I've listened to this as much as I had Man Across the Water or Led Zeppelin 2. If we get a copy of that, I'm listening to it in any grade. So, okay, just a few more here. This was so nice. I mean, we get them in quite often, but this is an ultimate copy. This is an ultimate top copy. Yellow Atco label. Beautiful, crisp inner sleeve. In shrink wrap in Agata Davida Iron Butterfly. London's newest hit makers, the Stones, in shrink wrap, blue stereo. It's got the original Corvette's price tag on it. In shrink wrap, this is amazing. That's so nice. As I put on Facebook last night, heavily requested. Looking Glass, you know, known for the hit single Brandy. It's never been repressed to my knowledge. Of course, you know, you can find the 45. The song appears on some compilations. This is an ultimate original copy in shrink wrap. Now this hype sticker, a lot of the ones I was researching on PopSpsych and sold eBay, I couldn't find one. Includes the smash hit single Jeannie Lynn and the #1 single Brandy. Some of them just had featuring Brandy on it or something like that. It didn't mention Jeannie Lynn, and I think this is more of an original, maybe an earlier press. And this one was the one I was talking about. It was loose in shrink wrap, and I was worried the hype sticker was attached to the shrink wrap, but it was actually not. And so I went ahead and removed the shrink wrap on this one. And so thus you have a perfect Living the Blues by Canned Heat, which is a black cover that usually shows a lot of wear. Perfectly pristine now. And the hype sticker, luckily, was underneath the shrink wrap, but it is upside down. This one has Going Up the Country on it, so really, really cool. And it's perfect. So this Saturday night, if you're watching this, it is Saturday already, or you're watching it late. Either way, we have a lot of Facebook sales. But if you're interested in buying these records, Saturday night on the CollectCo Facebook page, 7 o'clock Central Time, we'll probably have a 4-hour nonstop stream to get all this stuff sold. We're also going to have 45s, new vinyl, and we have a backlog now. So much Japanese vinyl coming in from Japan. We've got unopened packages that's laying everywhere. Big, huge cases of Japanese vinyl that we hadn't even unboxed yet. So tune in Saturday night. We're going to wrap up this week. Next week, we're going to start peeling back the layers on this collection again. If you like buying records, if you enjoy music, CollectCo, man, we're live. Like I said, we've been live 4 times this week, or 3. We're definitely minimum. We're live 3 nights a week on Facebook. Sometimes we've done 6 shows in a week. You know, you can tune in when we first get started. You can tune in the last half hour. We do new vinyl, vintage vinyl. Just the best way to do is just watch, and you'll find out. So thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram. I've also got a TikTok. I just make little videos, you know, playing records. If you're on TikTok, check it out. Some of those I share to Instagram. And I hope I see you Saturday night. Thanks for watching.